Welcome back on this Tech Tuesday. You know, the world has seen a lot of change in a short period of time due to the coronavirus pandemic, and that includes some of the technology that we're using.
Helping us break down the latest tech, we welcome back Greg Nibler from Digital Trends. Good morning, Greg.
Good morning. Yeah, a lot of changes in so many different things, but certainly in tech as well. And one story that we're following right now has to do with Uber, and Uber in particular buying up Postmates, so a rival delivery service. As you know, a lot of people are ordering food online a lot more than normal. Uber even said that their food delivery, their restaurant delivery side of things is up, I believe it was 80% over last year, 50% over last year. So a huge increase in that as everybody's at home and people are trying to figure out how to do that. So Uber buying up Postmates is kind of a big deal for a few reasons. Right now, DoorDash is #1 for food deliveries in the US. Then you had Uber Eats. Now with Postmates, they're still going to be #2. And then you have Grubhub at #3. And what you're seeing is all of these companies are investing a lot more money into deliveries because that's what we're all doing. And that includes grocery deliveries as well. Instacart has seen huge rises in their numbers. And one of the things that Uber wants to do is get into that market as well. It's estimated that there was, I think, $7.2 billion were done in online grocery sales in June alone, which is a huge increase. And so Uber wants to get into that by buying up Postmates. So you're going to start seeing that a little bit more. They just announced today they're going to start it up in South America and Canada first, but Uber's going to get into that game. And it's just really what it comes down to is online deliveries are huge. Companies are taking notice, and you're going to start to see some big changes with all of that.
Yeah, so are customers going to notice anything right away? If Postmates is like your favorite delivery app, does anything change on your end?
Yeah, that's a good question. Postmates isn't going to change right now. They said they're going to keep operating it separate, but when you buy up a company, there's so many different things that they do at the same time. I would guess over time it's going to kind of integrate a little bit more. But as of right now, you're okay just continuing to order on Postmates. It's not going anywhere. But I'm gonna guess you're gonna see some more Uber integration there.
Okay.
Favorite takeout is okay.
Okay. Yes, that is good. Hey, you know, robots also being used now more in the workplace because of COVID concerns. What kind of robots are we talking about?
Yeah, so I wanted to showcase one company too. This is Car Robotics. We had an interview with them yesterday on Digital Trends Live. And there's a number of companies that are working on this, but it's about using robotics to kind of sterilize and clean work environments, whether it's warehouses or offices or schools. And one thing they're doing, they have a robot called Violet the Robot, which essentially rolls around and blasts out UV light, which is known to be a pretty good way of sterilizing areas, cleaning up bacteria and viruses that are on surfaces using UV light. It's something, though, that certain kinds of it, you shouldn't really have people around. It's not necessarily the best thing for that. So you'd send in a robot that would go around up and down these aisles and basically sterilize the office. They can do it a lot faster than somebody walking through with bleach to wipe down everything. So this is one way people are looking at. Now, there's no surefire solution, but I think it's pretty interesting how robots are being used for this. You also even have New York City with their Metropolitan Transportation Authority. They're using some different ways with that as well to try to sterilize subway cars, which you can imagine would be a pretty monumental task, but using something like this to kind of go through and blast it with this UV light, and then ideally, you know, have something that's sterile that can go right back into service. So one indication of where things could be going, you could be seeing robots at the warehouse or the office a lot more than you have before.
Yeah, sterilizing New York subway cars is a job that I would absolutely leave to a robot.
No joke. Yes.
Yeah, go for
Right?
it. They can have it. Now I know we always joke about robots kind of taking over the world, and I do think we're headed that way. But there's another cool story that you guys did about robots being used as companions. I like this one.
Yeah, it's something that, again, a lot of companies too, but continuing on with Car Robotics, this was something else that they brought up. And their example was a robot called Stevie that would be utilized in essentially nursing homes, retirement centers for people to get more attention. A lot of times, you know, the healthcare workers or the people who are working at these facilities, they're strapped for time. They don't have time to interact with people. And this would be a way to actually provide a little bit of social interaction for somebody and also help them out, you know, remind of, even bring medication if that's needed, or a remind of, hey, drink some water right now. It's probably a good time, or a good time to stand up and move around. Just different ways to actually get some interaction and some things that, there's just not enough people to go around and do. And using robots is one way that they're seeing this. And this one in particular, Stevie, he's got a little face on there, and he'll interact with people, maybe have a little conversation about the news or something like that. And as you see artificial intelligence get better and robotics get better, we're probably going to see more and more of this happen for these areas. And if it helps people out, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I love the facial expressions on Stevie. Those are adorable. I want a Stevie. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Greg. That was good stuff there. And of course, for more tech news, we'll have a link to Digital Trends website on coin.com. Have a great morning.
Thanks, you too.
Yep.